So the Rams beating the Vikings on Thursday Night Football. I predicted this would happen. And look, the Vikings, short week after playing Detroit, by the way, no team has won their game after playing the Lions. I'm not sure how much to read into that, but the Lions are beating up on teams badly. They're not a single team that has played the Lions and then won the next week. Even the Bucks, who beat the Lions, they lost the next week to Denver. They got destroyed at home by Denver. So yeah, the Lions are kind of that team right now, similar to what the Patriots used to do, the Chiefs, the Steelers, the 49ers. This year, that team is the Lions. You play them, you're going to lose not only to them, but you're probably going to lose the next week as well. That's just what they do. They manhandle you. So the Vikings, short week, just lost to the Lions in a bitter, really close game. Remember, the Vikings thought they won that game. They had they returned the fumble. And the Rams come in 2-4 against the 5-1 Vikings and win at home. And with their weapons back, they get Cooper Kupp back, Puka Nacua back, and all of a sudden Stafford looks like an MVP candidate again. 4 touchdowns, no picks. Stafford looks great. And what do you know? I've said it about Brock Purdy. It's unfair to judge a quarterback when he's missing both of his top receivers. Look, I feel like a broken record when I say this. Quarterbacks need weapons to succeed, right? Like, without weapons, what are they going to be able to do? There's only 2 quarterbacks in the league, Lamar and Mahomes, who have shown us that they can have success without good weapons. And even then, they both have good tight ends. They just haven't had really consistent receiver play. But Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce may be the best tight ends in football. So every quarterback needs a couple weapons. I'm not saying that, receivers are more valuable than quarterbacks. They're not. But you need at least a couple guys to throw to the ball to. So Stafford, with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua out, he looked terrible. He looked washed. He looked like he was making bad throws, bad decisions. All of a sudden, he gets Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back. He's back to being an MVP candidate. 4 touchdowns, no picks, upset win in Minnesota. Stafford, in his career, has played very well against Minnesota when he was with the Lions, so not a unfamiliar foe. And the Rams are back, and I do think they will win that division. I think that they are going to beat Seattle. I think they'll beat Arizona when they play in a rematch. I think they'll beat the 49ers again, and I think that they probably win that division with 9 wins, maybe 10, maybe even 8. I don't know. Nobody in that division's all that good right now. Arizona 4-4 is leading it, but yeah, Rams are a good team, and they showed that on Thursday, and the Vikings will be fine. They'll be fine. They get a Sunday night game against the Colts. They'll win that game. Joe Flacco starting for Richardson. The Vikings will win that game. They'll be 6-2. They'll probably beat the Bears. They might even beat the Lions next time they play. They were very close in that game against Detroit the first time, so they're going to be fine. They're going to make the playoffs. They're probably not going to win the division, but nobody really thought they were going to win that division. That division is the Lions' division to win. So yeah, the Vikings, I'm not worried about them. It was a Thursday night game, short week after a very emotional loss to Detroit, bit of a letdown. And again, they were very close. Both of their losses have been close. Both of their losses have been to good teams. Losing at Los Angeles by what was it? They lost by 10. But they were in that game the whole time, really. So I'm not worried about Minnesota at all.